We are at Venta Chagres. This is the site of a way station. That means it was a settlement on the highway that linked Panama City to Nombre de Dios on the Caribbean coastline. And it was here where the mule trains would stop for an overnight sleep. There would be an inn, there would be warehouses, there was 40 to 50 houses of a monastery here. And I came here in Panama in 1981 looking for Venta Chagres, and I couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was, and naively I went down to Santa Rosa, further down the river Chagres, which is behind us, and I thought, well, this is a representative sample of the way station which Drake attacked in the night on the last day of January 1573. He was retreating to the north coast after the abortive raid on the mule train within 2 leagues south of here, and he came in during the night. And this is where he wrote in Drake Revived, his autobiography, that he was not going to be written down in history as a pirate, but as a man with a mission, with a moral code, because he wrote, "No women must be molested, and any Spaniard that's not armed must be left in peace." The black escaped slaves that were with him and the English, they had some enjoyable pillage, food, clothes, a few artifacts, and they left. They came in behind us from the east and left behind us over a bridge which doesn't exist. Now where we're standing is underwater about 10 months of the year because of the flooding of the river to supply water for the Panama Canal via the Chagres Dam to the south. So when Christian told me that if you come back, Michael, in May and June, there'll be a low level of the lake for you to examine the site of Venta Chagres. So since 1981 I've been waiting. I came here in 1996 in a boat and floated over the top, exasperated, I couldn't see it. Now we have done a little search on the ground because this area is littered with ruins from the 15th and 16th century. You met Caleb Duckworth at the Cerro Brewster videos in parts 1 to 6, and I'd like Caleb to tell you what he's just found by casually looking on the ground. Caleb, if you could tell the audience what you found, please.
Okay, Michael. Well, first of all, we have some colonial Spanish iron, which is actually part of a horseshoe or a mule shoe. There's another old mule shoe. There are lots of iron nails scattered around, which are used to attach the mule shoe to the mule. And this is quite interesting, Michael. This is a pre-Columbian pot, so that could be 600 or 700 years old. This obviously predates Drake, but it was lying on the ground, quite easy to find.
Caleb is an expert in survival. He's an extreme trekker that took me to Cerro Brewster in February this year, and now we're back here in late May. And I'm very grateful that Caleb's brought me. And now I'd like to introduce you to the expert of this particular day out. This is Christian Strasnik from Austria. He's been working over here for several years. He leads guided tours along the Camino Real. He's going to show you what he's holding before he tells you what his mission out here on the Drake Trail entails. Christian, what have you found?
Okay, here we have a ring of a baron. This is definitely a colonial artifact here, and it clearly shows that here was kind of a settlement here. And here we have ceramics, colonial ceramics, possibly for something like a pipe, or can be also fine. It's not clear to see at first view. What I'm doing is I research the Camino Real from Panama City up to Nombre de Dios and Portobello in order to identify the original course of the chain. In more than 4 years of field work, we have identified more than 75% of the original course, and the objective of this research is to locate the trail and to set up the Camino Real as a heritage tourism route in order to benefit conservation of the natural and cultural resources and in benefit of sustainable development of local communities in this national park area.
Thank you very much. This is Michael Turner of In Drake's Wake. I've been following Francis Drake around the world since 1980, and obviously, like other Drake scholars, I've been reading all the books, and some Drake scholars will write their own books from the accounts. But I'm very pleased being in Panama because it's one of the very few countries around the world that I actually find other people who are interested in Drake fieldwork. and they in turn have raised the level of expertise that I'm able to portray whilst I'm working in Panama at the Drake epicenter in Latin America. And we now are going to sign off, but before we do, we'll just say to you that Drake fled from here. He made his way northeast to the Caribbean coastline, back to his stockade on Slaughter Island. And if I come back here next February, we might have a chance to find a representative route from here back to the, not the Pacific Ocean, there's a mistake, it's back to the Atlantic side, and we will retrace in great depth and detail and hardship the route that Drake left us to follow, but unfortunately he didn't give us enough details. So thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll show you some more of Drake in Panama. Thank you.